Okay, how is it going? So today's video is about two things. It's about mangroves, which are fantastic, underappreciated ecosystems, and it's about my efforts with my new drone. So what about mangroves? So in the tropics and in the subtropics, you have these coastal forests where the trees grow in the ocean and in intertidal spaces. And so it's a really difficult thing physiologically for a tree to grow in salt water, and particularly in these muddy soils where there is often a deficit of oxygen. So this takes a lot of extra evolutionary adaptations by these mangrove trees, and you can see all these air roots coming out. So these are roots of the mangrove trees which come out in the atmosphere so that they can get the oxygen which they need. Very interesting thing about these mangrove forests, because the soil is often quite anaerobic, so there's no oxygen. It doesn't compose very quickly, so these soils in mangroves store a lot of extra carbon. So particularly in an atmosphere where humans are putting too much CO2 in the atmosphere, these mangroves are very, very important. They're also really pretty ecosystems. I think there's a certain Gigerian quality of the aesthetics of these mangroves, and there are lots of birds, specialized gobies, crabs, all kinds of animals which live in the mangroves. Now, on top of that, so here you can see me and my little son. And the thing is, my sweetheart got me a DJI Neo drone for my birthday, and that's a fantastic tool. So I'm still in the process of learning how to use this. There are a couple of things here. So obviously you need to fly it. A youth partially spent on playing video games really helps. So these controllers of the drone are very similar to a lot of spaceship or fighter plane games which I used to play. And there is also a lot to learn in terms of the aesthetics of these shots. Which angles do you want to use? How do you want to film things? When do you want to stay still? When do you want to move around? What looks most striking? What looks most interesting? So I think these shots, for instance, are quite interesting. Here, this is not in the mangroves anymore, so this is the seashore on Negros Island from above. Really interesting how you see the waves breaking here on the beach. Then there's in this shot really there is no frame of reference yet. You don't even know how big these rocks are, but then all of a sudden we see some people, and then the whole scene looks quite different to the human observer. And this is me with a black t-shirt and my friend Julvi. And so, including humans, all of a sudden changes the type of shot you get. So very interesting experience learning to film with a drone. Check back for more, and thanks for tuning in.